On the evening of March 22nd, China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced its decision to impose sanctions on 10 persons and 4 entities that severely harms China's sovereignty, interests, and mercilessly spread lies and false information. Number 1 on the list is Reinhard Bütikofer, member of the European Parliament. So who is this extraordinary champ? Bütikofer is a German leftist. He started learning Marxism-Leninism in his early days and claimed to have read selected works of Mao Zedong and often quoting Mao's quotations to educate Chinese people. However, he had little understanding of the concept of both and often took things out of context. Bütikofer later were used by the United States and NATO and has become an important anti-China element. He often accused China of dividing and conquering Europe, such as using its investment to bribe individual governments among the EU, and in result of that, it is impossible to achieve unity among them, and claimed it seriously endangers European security. The director of the Center for European Studies at Renmin University of China, Wang Yiwei, raised a few questions on this. He says, so which Europe is a Europe? Is it Germans' Europe they are referring to? But many Central and Eastern European countries wanted to engage in the 17+1 cooperation with China. But why Germans trying to stop them? Are they not a sovereignty country, or does Germans' extremism still exist? Reinhard Bütikofer often states China forces European companies to transfer their intellectual properties rights and accusing China of stealing Germans' technology. But in fact, Chinese and German companies signed the Markets for Technology agreement at the time in accordance with basic market principles. That is, China opened up their markets for German cars to enter, and Germany, on the other hand, transfers some of the outdated technology in return. These are clearly stated in the contract in exchange to enter the China market. So who is here to violate the spirits of the contract here? Is it China or Germany? Based on these lies and false information, the EU uses the so-called Xinjiang human rights issues as an excuse to impose unilateral sanctions on relevant individuals and entities in China. They simply were ignoring the fact and shifting in between black and white, hoping to tap into China's internal affairs. These moves are clearly damaging the China-EU relations. Over the years, Bütikofer has been lynching in China on every single opportunity he has. In 2019, he met with the infamous chair of Hong Kong, Joshua Wong, and in the European Parliament some time ago, he raised various speculations against the China-EU Comprehensive Investment Agreement, disregarding EU's joint nations' interests. Many politicians said that China's sanctions are useless and Bütikofer is just an actor in front of the scene. Well, that is why China needs to block the chain of interest behind these politicians. Sanctions on these companies can effectively prevent parties and companies from cooperating with them, or even make them directly abundant. In ancient Chinese idiom, this strategy is called killing the chicken and scared of the monkey. As for who are these monkeys behind the scene, I'll leave that to you guys to make that list. The sanction games are not patented by the Europeans or the Americans. China, in fact, knows how that works too. So if anyone's trying to further harm our nation's interests, I believe China will not hesitate to lengthen this list. Are you willing to be the next monkey? I am Nixie Lam, former district councillor in Hong Kong. I'm here to change your misconception about China. Stay tuned and don't act like a monkey this time.